let it burn. Give it a little bit. So I might change sides a little bit here. We'll shut it off. We won't need it for a while. Huh? We won't need it for a while. So I want to begin with saying this is not my design. This has been something the fire service passes around as long as you give credit to the people that designed it. This is a group effort of people that designed this fire, this Dollhouse. They've gone through so many series of things that have happening. I would give credit to the people that I just don't have the information right now in front of me. So what we have here is our burn room. We have our burn room. There's a few things I want to educate you guys with and get you introduced to. One is flow path. Fire flow path is a big element that we want to talk about in the fire service today. Flashover, backdraft, smoke explosions, and controlling it and ventilation. So this fire itself is getting lots of air. You can see this is growing pretty well. So I'm just going to throw a little more fuel in just for helping it out. What am I doing to the fire?
Killing it.
I'm killing it. I'm actually trying to make this fire go out. So if it gets a fresh breath of air, you can actually see it flare up. You see the difference already? It's an awesome opportunity just to see how even just controlling the air. Some of the new technology and the things that we're talking about is teaching us more and more that what we need to do is control the door. There was a practice, and we were guilty of it for a while too. You get here, you ventilate, you open every window, every door because there's a fire. You open everything up, and this allows that smoke to go everywhere. What I can do is I can actually show you how that behavior can be causing more trouble to us than we have. So here, if I close this up, open this up, the way the wind is blowing, you can see that it's now changing. It's now wanting to get its fresh air. If you look closely, you can see the air drawing in the bottom. You can see it breathing, and it's still pushing stuff out. See this room starting to glow, starting to change, it's starting to get a little bit more. So what we're doing here is we're actually trying to change the flow path. It's wanting to go this way. We have natural openings in the house that go here to the second floor. If I control this a little bit, close it, open up my roof, now we've applied vertical ventilation. So you actually see the ventilation going up on top. So this is actually working very, very well. Even look at the smoke behavior that's changed here. Look at how much air is coming in here. We've created too much air for this fire. It wants somewhere to go now. If I didn't vertically ventilate, look where the smoke goes. This is fire flow. This is what we're talking about here. We're trying to control the flow path of where things are going. And opening up every window and door gives the fire more air. It gives more opportunity for it to go expand everywhere. If we wanted to try and control this fire a little bit more, we can actually leave this opening, control our opening, put positive pressure into here, and this is where I can usually put a fan in, or see if the smoke changes at all. Can actually push it out a little bit more this way. I'm just going to give it more fuel just so we can help with the demonstration. I want to get this room to the point where it's actually starting to off gas, and we're starting to get more of those products coming in. So, controlling this, I'll control the air a little bit more. So I'm choking it off. It's still getting a little bit of air to live. You see how it darkened right down? Watch as we give it air. It'll flare back up. This is obviously changing with the wind and weather conditions. You can get so many different things. I'm just going to give it a little bit more air, let this go. We can just start controlling this fire by actually making sure that these things close. And once this kicks back up, you can actually see that this will start to flash up on us. Let it grow, let it grow. There it goes.
Do you need a BA?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stay out of the smoke here. So, we have a lot of contents on fire, but if you look carefully, you can see that it's rolling up in the upper ceiling. We have almost flashover. Everything is off gassing.
Yeah, she's getting going now.
So what I want to do is I'm going to control this, make it move this way. It's going to start coming this direction. So what I want to point out, remember how long that fire's been burning down here? Look at the room above it. This is a sealed room. Nothing in there. Still even smoke free. I have a cold. Excuse me. So,
look at the dark smoke.
Yeah, look at the smoke behavior changing. Look at the turbulence of the smoke. I'm going to close this up now. We're going to change it to the second floor. We've now vented the second floor window because that's where we saw smoke coming. Maybe the wind was changing. I want you to see if this starts to go more turbulent on us. See if the color changes on you. So if we get the torch ready,
10-4.
if I put a little more fuel in, I want to see if I can teach you that smoke is fuel. We've now done vertical ventilation. This room is sealed.
And don't look at it.
Turn it down.
That's not down.
It's off. Yeah. Valve's a little old. Okay. Help us get a little more air.
There's a small one, Tuffy. Is it not working? Or? Just stick it in the hose, Tuffy.
Yeah. The way the wind is blowing, it's not helping a little bit because it's pushing air back in my ceiling. So if this wasn't there, I'm giving it a little bit more fresh air than what I'd like. But if this works, I can let that smoke be a little bit more turbulent and we can actually light the smoke on fire. Okay, let's try it. Hold over the opening.
Nice. That's awesome.
Try it again. I got one flash. Right through. Did you guys see it flash all the way up the
Oh, yeah.
floors? I'm losing too much heat because how cold it is. See if I can create a backdraft for you now. Yeah, turn it off for now. I don't have enough turbulence yet. So we're going to see if we can make a backdraft for you.
Do we need to seal the top?
Close the top. Yeah, close the top up for a second.
There's that one, and then there's the other one there too, Amy.
Yeah. Woo! See the pop?
Yeah.
That thing popped on us pretty good. Okay, I'm closing this up. Vertically ventilate. Yeah. So we got vertical ventilation happening again.
Mm-hmm.
What should be happening here, if this is a nice warm day, is that smoke is going to start to go turbulent. So it's actually going to be kind of brown. It's going to have incomplete combustion, and it can start to roll on you pretty fast. That's when you apply a torch here, and you can actually see this ignite, and it'll stay burning. I'll show you the gable end. If we close vertical ventilation, we open this side here, give it some more fresh air. That side, this side, if I crack open vertical ventilation, we can actually get that fire in good days when this is behaving properly to go all the way through here, and you'll actually see visible flame here. That's just the smoke. Remember, there's no fuel here. There's no fuel here other than the structure, and you can actually see fire go all the way up this way. But what I'm going to do is see if we can make another backdraft for us.
Save your air.
Well played, sir.
See if I can't get some in the air.
Is that you throwing the grenade the other day?
Yeah, that's exactly how that went.
I wasn't even there and I heard about it.
Oh.
Here we go.
So, one thing I want to point out again with this fire, see how much it's grown here. Let's go look at our room that's sealed with the door closed. Tiny bit of smoke maybe coming in there. Other than that, it's pretty much clear.
Are we burning through the front side there?
Maybe a little bit, but not quite really yet.
They were, all the joints were sealed, so it should be a sealed room. That was a bit of a flashover, wasn't it?
Yep, it actually rolled on us a little bit.
Yeah, there it
So I'm
goes.
gonna do that again. You guys can get low and watch. Watch how this fire dies down, and watch it roll up across the ceiling.
And what causes the flashover, Matt?
Everything in this room is now off-gassing to the point where everything ignites. So the inside of this structure is now off-gassing. All the wood in here and the glue, everything is actually now changing and is off-gassing so everything can ignite. We've got wicked flame happening here now. So what I'm gonna do is vertically ventilate, see if we can't change the direction of where the smoke's going. Let's try lighting that up, Tuffy. That's just the smoke. Smoke is fuel. Let's cut the air off. Cut ventilation. Cut ventilation. Let's see if we get a backdraft happening. Look at the smoke. See the color change?
Yeah.
A huge difference. Woo! See if I can get it to pop in the other room now. Let's see if it'll even travel a backdraft. Look at the smoke difference.
Come on, baby.
Which one's turbulent? Ooh.
There we go. She's close.
Look at how turbulent that smoke got. Look at the color difference too. And we've been burning the same stuff this whole time. I don't know if it lights. See if that smoke will light. See if we can do that. Here, I'll light this for you. Amy, you want to correct that set? There it goes. That's not strong enough. See if that'll light. So there's no room contents, that's why I keep adding stuff, but okay, closing up. See if we can get the smoke to go.
Is that back one open?
Yep, back's open. We've lost our turbulent smoke, so what does that mean to you guys? Is there enough heat in there to carry that? Is there enough fuel? That's probably our problem. Look, there isn't a lot coming out anymore. We got fresh air coming in. Flames are igniting. Close her up. Backdraft. Open her back up.
Nice!
Close her up. See if we can get some air.
You might get it in the next room now, Maddie.
Party tricks!
Alright, let's see if we can get room down.
Come on. Come.
I lost my eyebrows, I think, on that
It's
one.
going to. Yeah!
Second floor.
You already burned through.
That one has a hole.
So
There's
it's
a
starting
hole.
to cook through.
Oh, that's the stairs, right?
Yeah.
Look at our gable end.
Come shooting out of there, baby.
I don't know if she'll make
Come
it out
on,
of
come on. Yeah, close off the, there.
Yeah, it might now.
If he opens the door, it might.
Ah, it's kind of leaking out here as well.
That will probably light, eh, Tuffy?
Ooh.
Still getting lighting. Watch this.
Crack the door a little bit.
Whoa.
So we have that. We got good flame. Smoke.
Surrounding ground.
Cut off the air. cut off
Steel
the
base
air.
if we're okay.
See if we can do one more pop.
I'm gonna move. Nope.
Come on, baby.
This has made so loud a noise, I've actually thought that the whole thing was blowing up. So these things,
Matt, what's our sealed room look like right now?
sealed room, just showing you something on my face. Sealed room is still smoke filled right now because we've been pushing through.
Yeah.
Still no flame, no heat. Well, tiny bit of heat.
Yeah, I think if
Okay, Red, you got the
I make
Nozzle
a
ready?
metal
This
firebox.
is my high flow nozzle. We're gonna try something called Transitional Attack. So transitional is where you go from outside to inside. So I want you to spray water upward angle in here at the roof. And just give me 2 spurts, probably about a second each. So we have knockdown. Now what Transitional Attack is, we've actually knocked that fire down. We go into our new path. We're controlling where we want. Give me a spray in there. A 1 second spray. One more of those actually. Okay, now actually spray straight through, directly at the fire. Go into the fire room. Good. So what we're trying to show you here is what we can do is behave and knock down. So this has actually got so much heat in it now because we're burning through the floor. We're burning through everything. So Transitional Attack. Keep my room sealed so we can actually show the demonstration. Okay, knock the fire down for me. Good. So if we can take this down, that's good. We got a lot of steam in there. Close that door for me. We can control the airflow because we've got a lot of water and steam. If we can control the air by how we can control the air as a fire department, we can actually just close the door. Knock it down, close the door. You can see the color of the smoke. There's a difference that we had. It's very white and it used to be more brown and turned it. So if we just let that steam do its job, we back off a little bit, just close the door. Just close the door. Look how much we have. We were getting the backdraft on us to flash up pretty quick. Now we don't. We have good knockdown, good darkening. Transitional Attack is hit it from the outside, and you transition and go into the interior. You basically go in defensive, then you go offensive. And if you can control doors or windows even more, this becomes a very effective technique. So, because we've got so much moisture in there now, it'll probably be the end of this one. What we can do is show you how much burn through we have in this. We have made almost every floor pop. We've had smoke ignite. I've shown you how smoke is fuel. I've shown you how we didn't put any fuel in these rooms and we still had stuff go through. We've had every opening that we can get, make stuff ignite. So let's knock this out, let's put it down. You can put that right out. Ordinarily what I do now is I push this over and I take the top seal off and show you how much burn through in that room actually happened, even the smoke damage. But what we could maybe do is we could try lighting this again. So I might just hold off. But,
How many minutes are we in now?
so that's flowpath. Controlling the door. We have been on this department, you guys that have been here long enough or been around the fire service long enough, we used to just ventilate everything, right? Kick every window out and do all those things.
And yeah.
So when you do that, you just give it air, and the flow path is anywhere it wants to go, and it's so hard that fire spread. It does let all the heat out, it does do a lot of those things, so it can help, but the flow path, if we can control this, we can save that damage. And the whole point of that is to also get to this. If we're teaching people in fire prevention, sorry, my kind of jammed when I put it in. If we're teaching people to control the door or leave it controlled or closed to give people survivability, we need to be aware that how our attack methods can actually push that towards them. You can see how we did that here. We can make that fire go almost where we want to go. You guys can see inside this room, there's no flames. Even come look at the smoke damage. If you want, come gather around. How much smoke damage do you see? Just look at that room. Just look at that one. And watch this room. Look at that room.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's black. This is black, and that's all that off-gassing material, and this room is still clean.
And that's whoever went in that house fire we've had recently. If you went into each room, the doors were closed, the rooms look like that, and it's touched, right? If you close a door or two while you're doing your attack, it can help out big time.
Which is why we need to have a good understanding of why we keep fire prevention going and why we marry fire suppression with this. If we're finding and teaching people the best method to stay alive in some of these structures is to seal yourself in, stay in your room, we're going to come get you, then we have to understand our attack methods. Breaking every window may be actually pushing them towards us. This is a good opportunity to start talking about vent, enter, isolate, search, so VEIS. So let's say this room, we got people in there, they got their door closed. We ladder this up, we get the ladder to it, can't open the window, so we break it. We break that, and now we have a potential path for that fire to go. Get that person out, come back out and get up the ladder and go down. So vent, enter, isolate, keep that door closed, search that room, come back out. So that way, this becomes its own compartment. If you keep the door closed, you're going to try and stop that flow from coming this way. The fire's not getting fresh air. Just keep it vented and keep it entered, and then just isolate that and move on. So we can't really control the window like this from the outside with a real house, but what we can do is if we ladder the place, go in and look, close the door. Just leave it closed.
Mm-hmm.
That way this just becomes a compartment open to the outside. Move over to the next window, do it all from the outside. That's that vent, enter, isolate, search. So in here, yeah, Red, you want to give me a little bit more?
One of the biggest things with that VEIS as well is when you're actually laddering that, take a tick with you, because you won't know as you're going up what your temperature is, right? And if that door's open and your job is to get in there and go close that door, then look for someone. But if you get in there and that heat's already there, right? Before you're able to isolate, you could be in trouble. So that tick camera is a huge tool you got to take with you.
Fantastic tool. And if you're actually laddering the window up here and you're diving into the room to go search, what tool are we taking with us? That's one we always we don't do as much here where we practice. Is do you have a fire axe, do you have a Halligan, and you're reaching down, you're searching. So the whole point of it is also, one of the methods is you actually take a New York hook. A New York hook is about 6 feet. Once you ladder this roof, you put the hook down, because you've actually used it to clean the glass away, put the hook down in the room, then you get in, you dive in, you search, then as soon as you hit your hook again, you've got your way out. There's a possibility that that's a big room, and you could just keep going round and round because you missed your window, because your window's up here. So that's why that hook is awesome. But one thing we didn't do with this demonstration that I'd like to do next time is bring a tick camera, see how much heat we're getting in here, see how much heat is in here, and move all the way up. But not tons of smoke damage on the roof. I probably could have let it burn a bit more, but yeah. Anyway, you guys learned something, picked something up at least?
Yeah, that's
Fire's
fun.
Yeah. A tick would be cool to see.
It's just
Right before it flashes, it's like your mini little flashover chamber.
I thought it was rained out halfway through the cast.
But yeah, it'd be cool to kind of see it get to that temperature when it flashes, right? It's like a mini chamber we can use.
So this is my first time doing a presentation with you guys, and we're all still getting better at this, and it's cold, a little bit of wind with us tonight, it's playing with us. You know, a nice warm sunny day, this is a whole different presentation.
And the propane's leaking.
Yeah.
Good thing Nate's not here.
You might as well kill it, tough to the bottom.
Yep.
I like the propane smell.
I like the smell
Makes
when we're
them feel
tapped in the
dizzy.
morning. Yeah, anyway. Just for me, just as a wrap up for a presentation, the audience that I was trying to talk to with you guys is just firefighters. Not 1001 level 1, not 1001 level 2, just firefighters. Even if we could take something away for our own homes and how we can deal with things in different fire elements, the firefighters that are here with us, I hope you picked up, if we can control some of the flames. This doesn't mean our next structure fire, it's like I'm going to stand at the door and control the door, because we still have to have a hose line going in. So you can't control it all the way, but sometimes if we need to control that, it darkens down, we can have that. We bring in our own breathing air. If we're snuffing the fire out, we're snuffing the fire out. If there's victims in there, we got to find them and get access as quickly to them as we possibly can. We can do that by getting the fire knocked down. If we control these openings, that's one element. But what I'm really hoping for you to understand is the elements of ventilation. So I'm leaving this where it is, and if we open too many doors or windows, we lose that control, we lose that element, and we do all these things. If I want this to go a certain way, leave this fire where it is, ladder the roof, vent the top so that that is actually now exposed, and we have all the hot gases are going the way we want them to go. Yes, that does work, and sometimes in some cases it can actually go up the stairway into the roof system here, and we have to worry about it. For some of the older generation people that have been around, if I said this is a balloon frame style house, what else do we have to do?
Position further away. Position our
Watch the
apparatus
attic.
further away.
Here, balloon frame style homes, if you take this, say we have a fire back down here
You can
again.
travel up the cavities in the wall.
Oh yeah, it penetrates the walls.
Mm-hmm.
It has always, a balloon frame style house, it was going here. It was so habit forming for me when I first started in the fire service. If we ever had a structure fire, we always checked the roof every time because we were used to it. The balloon frame is a common type that we saw, and there's less fire stops. And it just went straight to the roof. So those elements were there. Here, you can see the heavy damage that we have just on the outside edge where that flame kept coming out. The back room, you can see the alligatoring in the wall. Look at the, you can actually open that side up too. Look at the way the fire is going. Look at the charring on the walls. If you guys can come see. Look at the level of charring that's happening on here in the walls. And then we have on the back, level of charring where that smoke wanted to go. If you look up, how significant that gets. Then you transition to the next room and look at the outside of those walls. Here you go. If you want a flashlight, you guys can look. See the difference.
The biggest thing for me was being able to have the time to see how dangerous smoke can actually be.
Yeah.
Because smoke carries with it all the bad things that it needs to make shit go sideways.
Yep.
Like it carries the heat and it carries the fuel, and all you need is either a little more heat or
fresh air.
fresh air, and shit goes sideways really quick, and it's not survivable in many cases. So if we can control the flow of the smoke, if we can compartmentalize it, we're going to be that much safer. As opposed to, again, you know, I was guilty of it, you know, bust the windows to create some ventilation. All it's allowing the smoke to do is a place to go and
this is a more relevant lesson today than it ever has been, because even some people have looked at this and they said, well, this isn't a real construction home. Those of you that have built a house in the last few years, or at least looked at some, is this even close to something you might see for construction material? You know, you still got your compressed board OSB, it's still a common material. Yeah, you're not building, there's still frame, but the whole thing is built out of that here. The whole point I wanted to get at is this is...
Anything else, and half that other shit they put on houses is worse.
It's much worse, yeah.
Well, and also last point I want to bring up is our contents fire that we had is just a little simple Class A material. This is shredded paper.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Wait till
any
you get your
sort of.
synthetic fibers in there that create tons more heat. So I didn't put any plastics in there because
Breathing.
the glue and everything here is bad enough to breathe in. But if I wanted to put some plastics in there or some more synthetic fibers, you'll see that heat column get worse. But anyway, any questions?
Oh, good job.
That was a really good presentation, Matt.
yeah,
That
you
was
knocked it out
awesome.
of the park there, Matty.
It's my first time with this, so I wanted to kind of...
The flash